if you look, that's pretty easy to see. An old travel lane. My guess is that it's an old cart path. And so, where I am and what I'm doing today is there is an old farm up on that hill. There's a cellar hole pretty much in the direct center of it. We've detected it before. But I've passed by this many times actually, on my way up to the cellar hole, which I'm probably not going to detect there today because I want to see where this goes, and I want to see what's on the outskirts of this old New Hampshire farm. So that's where we're going. And in the past, I've only walked in a ways, but you can clearly see it's been rock lined a bit. We'll call that a shoulder. So it's definitely old. There may be nothing out here, but at least it'll begin a loop for us around the farm. Oh yeah, plenty of rock shoulder. It might just be the, what we call the wraparound for the farm too. They had wagon trails all over the place at these places. Oh yeah. That is not a build for short time usage. Oh yeah, I can see it's several layers deep. It's all about the landscape history out here. Up, down. You can see why they were skirting over here to get there, wherever that is. And well, as usual, 5 minutes later, it terminates. See that right there? That's where we just walked from. And this is where it ends. We're kind of in a bowl. Another piece of a puzzle. And I just turned the detector on for 10 minutes or so and swung around. Nothing. Right. So what we'll do is we'll head in the direction of where the wagon trail ended, head up. Eventually we will start skirting the rock walls of that farm, but this is crazy. As I get down and look, this is looking level. It's just up all around, and that's where we're going, up. So yeah, bizarre. I'd say that was 200 feet of very nicely made cart path, trail, old road. And we climb up the up, and there's more up. Hopefully this is the top. Yeah. Wow. That was pretty hefty, and obviously no signs of the continuation of that, nor land improvement or people doing things. Here we go. Snoop a little bit at the top. find rock wall. It's so overgrown, you almost can't even see it. And it's a bunch of small rocks. So that's a sign of land clearing. All right, well, here's where we turn it on, walk around, and see what happens. Well, first signal along the wall. You know what it is. We have to dig it. Yeah. Shotgun Willie. But you have to figure everybody else who's traveled through these woods in years past has used the rock walls for points of interest, guidelines, and markers. Well, that's out of the way. At least the first one. Well, as we walk off this side of the wall, it's getting terrible as you can see, but look at this. All the stacked rocks on top of the rocks. Actually, almost all of them have something on top. It's kind of cool, actually, because they've probably been there hundreds of years. Other than that, I'm guessing this was for livestock. Wow, even way down there. They were picking them up and stacking them up. All right, let's look for some better ground. Whoa. Hey, we got something round. I think. Put a little light on it. It's a button. Nice. Yeah, you can see where the shank was. And there might be a rim of text. Nice, not bad for on the outskirts of it all. Mission accomplished, we got a button. And this place is like most of them. 1700s settled, late 1800s abandonment. That's probably early to mid 1800s. Good. And you can clearly see I moved into a section where the ground was decent, because this is where people were spending time working the land as opposed to the lumpy animal sections. Sounds like iron. I heard it. Oh, it's not oxen shoe. I could tell it was a shoe, but it's part of a horseshoe. Beautiful. Another button. With shank. And threading the shank, and it is tomback. So it's a 1700s button with 1700s, probably hemp in there. Amazing. And that was a closer to maybe signal because, you know, the shotgun willies ring up in the mid to high 50s usual, but this had a little 61-ish peak to it. I'm going to dig them all anyways, but that was a little bit more hopeful. Yeah. Sounds good and clean. Back it up a bit. It's probably iron. It was in front of it. I was getting the clean halo, and that's what happens. But you still go for it, because it might be a buckle. Nice. And as I kneel down here on the ground and you listen, I don't know if you can hear it. It almost sounds like light rain, but it's they're bugs. Woof, everywhere. All right. Little lead round ball. Now that's funny. I just stopped at this log to adjust my pack and stuff, and I turned around. I started to walk. Well, who knows? It's funny how it works that way sometimes. And it is nice. A ball button. Well, that worked out. I guess I should stop and adjust more often. And the shank is in there. Beautiful. Well, only a few feet over. Oh, it's sheet metal. Wow, that sounded clean. Yes. Wow, another button. Little itty bitty with folded shank. Not bad. Not bad for the way out there. I think at this point I'm about halfway around. I'm going to keep moving down to the bottom half and see what it looks like out there. This has been a decent square. I mean, 4 buttons, a horseshoe, and an iron buckle for, you know, being way out on the tail ends of the farm. That's pretty good. I bet you that's barbed wire. So here's the end of this square, and again, A line of that probably means barbed wire. Alright, into the next section. Let's see what this looks like. Well, kind of rugged. That's why we're out here. We were just up the top of the hill there, so come down, and I always find this strange. So there's 50 feet of wall beside a wall. That's it. Bizarre. Unless that one was there first. And then when they squared off the farm, they built the big proper, because this one just, this is the bottom of it. That just keeps going that way, but yeah, it looks woof. And that's the other thing that always makes me wonder. So for as bad as it is, and we just came down off the hill, the time and effort was spent to put these here. We wouldn't have seen this, we didn't look around. We've been detecting that cellar hole up on the hill for years. And finally I'm getting the opportunity, or taking the time, to walk around the place. It's quiet. Check inside. Nothing. Well, that's it. That's the corner. I just walked through 3 squares, probably pastures, because the ground was rotten. You know you're way out there when your willy count is 1. But I'm glad I did the full circle of this place, because like I said, we've been detecting it for years. But, you know, you get to the cellar hole and you do the 100 feet around it or so, but you don't really know what's out back. So I would say that this was a 50-acre farm, and that 1 square we were finding things was about 5 acres. And that was the only worked piece of land for the whole thing, for crops or whatever. And then the rest of it was for animals. I think we're going to do some more full loops like this coming up. Well, I enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Hey, and enjoy your Not Thursday.